Hello and welcome to paper solution of engineering drawing February 2010. Myself Arpan Pandit and I am from Atmiya College. In the last session we were at the explanation of the cycloid for the 80 mm diameter. Let's have a look at it once again and conclude that problem and proceed further with the paper solution of February 2010. Let's have a look at the problem first of all. What we have drawn in the last portion. We have drawn a diameter and we have divided that periphery into 12 equal parts. Now, first of all, we have drawn a diameter of 40 mm so that we can draw a cycloid. Radius of 40 mm, so the diameter is 80 mm. Now, what is cycloid? Cycloid is a path which circle revolutes for the one revolution and traced during that. What we have seen is we have divided this circle into 12 equal parts and we have got the periphery 251.2 that we need to divide into 12 equal parts. So using the line division method I have divided this line into 12 equal parts. Now from each line mark a perpendicular point or draw a perpendicular line. I am drawing perpendicular lines directly till the center line, only. Till the center line I have extended that portions perpendicularly. This is our starting point C0. Now at each 30 degree the circle will be rotating its center. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10 and C11. Total 12 circle we have received. Now the main portion comes. We need to draw the cycloid. First of all, let's again take the initial radius, that radius of 40 mm. Taking the C1 as center, and marking arc on the one line. Taking the same radius as 40, C2 as center, marking an arc on the second line. C3 as center, marking a line on third line. C4 as center, arc on 4-8 line. C5 as center. When you come to the C6, the arc would be exactly tangent. Again go down. C7, as the just name suggests, each line would be on that portions only. We have got the divisions, we have got the points from which our cycloid is passing through. This is how you can trace the cycloid. Now join this arc using the smooth French curve, or you can join it manually also. Join the periphery line also. Join the periphery line also, and this is how you can trace your cycloid. Give the nomenclature to the same: P1, P2, P till P12. P11 and P12. Don't forget to give the nomenclature also. Cycloid. Also give the dimensions of the periphery. The periphery dimension is 251.2 mm. Let's have a look at it once again. First of all, we need to draw a cycloid for the 80 mm diameter circle. So that's why we have drawn a 40 mm radius circle. We have divided this circle into 12 equal parts. We have got 1 to 12. Now, as the cycloid means that this circle will complete its one revolution to trace the curve. So when this circle will complete that one revolution on the horizontal basis, its periphery. Periphery of a circle can be defined as pi d, pi into d, or pi is 3.14, diameter is 80, which comes around 251.2. Means that the circle will horizontally travel 251.2 distance to complete one revolution. Now we have drawn a 251.2 line exactly tangent to the point number 0. Now after that we need to divide that 251.2 mm line into 12 equal parts. We have used line division method. We have drawn a vertical line from the point number B of 480 mm in total. Now we have joined all the points by horizontal manner, passing from 6, 5 and 7, 4 and 8, 3 and 9, 2 and 10, 1 and 11. Now after this line division method, we have got 12 points over here also. We have taken perpendicular portions till the center line. The reason behind the same is that After each 30 degrees, the center would be rotated one by one. So at the last point, at the final revolution, after one revolution, the circle center would be lying over here at C12. Now we have got C1 to C12. Now we need to trace the curve, taking radius as 40 mm, C1 as center, marking an arc on the 1 and 11 line, C2 as center, radius as 40, marking a line on 210 line. Same way till C6. When you come to C6, when you put an arc, this arc will be completely tangent. Gradually you need to go down. C7, which comes on the 5-7 line but on the lower side. Slowly we have reached till the point number P12. Join all the points using the French curve or manually, and you can have your cycloid traced. Now we will see our next problem. Our next problem says that we need to draw a conic curve when distance of focus is 50 mm and the eccentricity ratio is 2/3. Now when this kind of question has been asked, that you need to draw a conic curve and the distance of focus has been given and some eccentricity ratio has been given, then this method is called as, you need to write down, this method is called as focus directrix method. Focus directrix method. Now in this focus directrix method, you can draw all three, either ellipse or hyperbola or parabola. Distance of focus would be same, only the change would be in the eccentricity ratio. For the ellipse, it would be less than 1. For hyperbola, it would be greater than 1. And for the parabola, it would have 1. When you look at 2/3, which means that when you write down 2/3, it is less than 1, which means that we are going to trace an ellipse using focus directrix method. Now what is the method to draw this focus directrix? First of all, draw a directrix line of any distance, vertical line. Name it as D1, D2. At any point, mark a point. Name it as O. Draw a perpendicular line from O of a desired distance. You might be thinking that everything is just at any point random, everything is getting just random. The measurements will come into light now. Now the distance of focus from the directrix is given as 50 mm. From the directrix line, the distance of focus is 50 mm, which means that focus is here. Point number F is here. Now as the eccentricity ratio is given as 2/3, so when we merge it, 2/3 into 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So I will divide this OF into 5 equal parts. What would be the division? 10 mm each. Now this upper portion is 2, so our vertex point is 2 points away from the focus, 1 and 2. Vertex point is 2 points away from this focus point. Draw a vertical line from this vertex for any length. Take V as center, VF as radius, and draw a semicircle. V as center, VF as radius, and draw a semicircle. Where this semicircle intersect with the vertical line, name the portion as Q. Join OQ and extend it. Join OQ and extend it. Now from each portion you need to draw a vertical line. As the distance over here is 10 mm, we will require some additional points also. So I am marking 10-11 points randomly at the 10 mm, making it vertically touch to the upper line, inclined line.